While nothing beats the comfort of one's own home, it's always interesting to see how the super rich live. How many rooms, how many kitchens, how many levels, and whether or not there is an indoor swimming pool are just a few of the questions that could occupy the interested thoughts of you and us. Let's delve into the thoughts of the affluent, who are always on the lookout for ways to invest their money and define extravagance every time. Here are the top 10 most expensive houses in the world for sale right now. Number 10. Milestone at Meadow Lane, Southampton, New York, $175 million. It's hard to pick a highlight of the Hamptons, but this waterfront estate could be it. Priced at $175 million, Milestone at Meadow Lane offers more than 500 feet of ocean frontage between the Atlantic Ocean and Shinnecock Bay, along with 8 lush acres. The modern Tudor-style mansion, which spans a little over 15,000 square feet, comprises 11 bedrooms, 12 full baths, and 4 half baths, as well as a separate caretaker's cottage. You can expect custom millwork and water views throughout, along with all the modern amenities. Outside, there's ample room for entertaining, plus a pool, hot tub, 5-car garage, and a deep water bayside dock for boating. Number 9. Mesa Vista Ranch, Pampa, Texas, $200 million. Mesa Vista Ranch has been on the market since 2017, but it hasn't managed to attract one lone ranger, even with a few price cuts. That's not to say it's by any means unappealing. Now asking $200 million, the sprawling estate consists of a whopping 65,000 acres in the eastern Texas panhandle. The handiwork of the late financier T. Boone Pickens, who spent about half a century developing the property, the ranch comes complete with a giant 33,000 square foot main residence and its very own 2-story pub. Fit for nature lovers, the acreage has been equipped with man-made streams and a set of new conservation practices to preserve the wildlife. There's plenty of room for four-wheeling, trail riding, and the like, if you can tear yourself away from the pub, that is. Number 8. Sloane House, London, England, $200 million. It's no easy feat to turn an historic 18th century Georgian estate into a luxurious modern abode, but Formula One heiress Petra Ecclestone has managed to do exactly that with Sloane House. The British billionaire decided to keep the shell of the property, which is located in the Tony neighborhood of Chelsea, but rebuilt pretty much everything else in just shy of 5 years. One highlight is the new basement, which includes a pool, gym, spa, hammam, and squash courts, along with a salon, a kids' playhouse, and a screening room. Valued in excess of $200 million, the revamped property is now one of London's hottest off-market offerings. Number 7. Tarpon Island, Palm Beach, Florida, $210 million. Yes, it's an island, but don't expect some far-flung hideaway in the Caribbean here. Tarpon Island is situated in the Billionaires Row sector of Palm Beach, a stretch of land that's a veritable who's whom of real estate moguls. Citadel CEO Ken Griffin, who set the record for most expensive homes sold in the U.S. when he dropped $240 million on a New York City penthouse nearly 3 years back, owns a property here. Tarpon may net a similarly sky-high asking. It already traded hands earlier this year. In fact, when developer Todd Michael Glazer snapped it up for $85 million. Glazer is now selling the man-made isle for $210 million, with the promise of renovating and expanding the circa 1930s home there for the prospective buyer. If you'd rather have it as is, then he's willing to part with it for just $125 million. The planned renovations would add 18,000 square feet of living space, a 6-car garage, and 2 pools. Stuck in the past home aside, it's a 2.2-acre parcel altogether, a sizable piece of land for Palm Beach, with a lighted tennis court. And even though it's not exactly the most private of islands, it's only accessible via a small bridge or by boat, so you'll still feel away from it all. Number 6. Casa Encantada, Los Angeles, California, $225 million. The real estate world expects big things of Casa Encantada. The last 2 times the historic Bel Air estate changed hands, in 1979 and 2000 respectively, it set the record for highest residential sale in the nation. The third time hasn't been the charm though, The 40,000 square foot Georgian-style mansion, which was once owned by hotelier Conrad Hilton, has been on the market since October 2019 and still no bites. Originally built in 1937 by architect James Delana, the sprawling 60-room abode sits on 8 acres above the Bel Air Country Club and comes complete with manicured gardens, a tennis court, and koi pond. Now owned by financier and philanthropist Gary Winnick, Casa Encantada is patiently waiting to make history again. Number 5. 1 Hyde Park Penthouse, London, England. $247 million. London's most expensive penthouse brings a whole new meaning to the word exclusive. The lavish 18,000 square foot apartment is being offered for sale as a whisper listing, meaning brokers only share details with prospective buyers. Luckily, we're in the know. On top of that, the 2-floor condo is located in the ultra-affluent neighborhood of Knightsbridge, right by a Rolex boutique and McLaren dealership. The crowning glory of super tall 1 Hyde Park Penthouse B is priced at approximately $247 million, which works out to be more than $13,700 per square foot. Owned by London real estate developer Nick Candy, the fully furnished 5-bedder is full to the brim with suitably glitzy features, such as a Swarovski crystal chandelier and a hidden champagne room. It also sports wraparound terraces that deliver postcard-like views of London's famous Hyde Park. Number 4. Royal Style Mansion, Caesarea, Israel. $250 million. If you've ever visited a royal castle or mansion and subsequently wanted to buy one of your own, well, now's your chance. This massive 63,130 square foot home was inspired by Baroque and Rococo architecture, and it shows. The interiors showcase marble and onyx mosaics and 14-karat gold moldings, and from the moment you walk in, you're greeted by an enormous crystal chandelier, sets of marble columns, and a sweeping staircase that leads to the upper levels. And if all of that's not enough, there are not 1 but 2 fountains in the home featuring Roman-style sculptures. Residents have access to a private spa and fitness room, 2 pools, 1 indoor and 1 outdoor, and saunas. It's located not in Versailles, but Caesarea, a town in Israel on the Mediterranean coast. All in all, the mansion is an architectural look that may not be for everyone, but it's nothing if not impressive. Number 3. Cedar Brook Drive, Los Angeles, California, $250 million. The next entry on our list promises to be the largest property ever permitted in Los Angeles, once it's complete. It's still under construction at the moment. When the dust settles, the compound will be a whopping 78,000 square feet, a number rivaled only by Nile Niami's embattled The One, which went into receivership earlier this year. Cedar Brook Drive will have many of the same over-the-top amenities, though a nightclub isn't on the list so far, including a bowling lane, gym, cigar lounge, wine cellar and tasting room, and a 36-person movie theater. For car collectors, there will be a 5-car garage with 2 turntables for displaying prized marks. Since it's mapped out as a compound, there will be a separate guest house for visiting friends and family. Obviously, this is California, so an outdoor pool with a lounge area is also included in the renderings. Those who want to buy early can get a deal on the place, as it's only $92 million to snap up once the foundation is complete. If you'd rather wait until everything is finished, well, that'll be $250 million, please. Number 2. 24 Middle Gap Road, Hong Kong, China, $487 million. This particular Hong Kong property is a regular on our most expensive homes for sale list. Built in the early 90s, the 2-story home at 24 Middle Gap Road spans a relatively modest 6,200 square feet. It offers 4 bedrooms, 4 full baths, 1 half bath, and a circular swimming pool in the back. At first blush, it doesn't seem worth the exorbitant price tag, but what you're really buying is its location. This third of an acre is located in Hong Kong's ritzy Peak neighborhood. It's one of the city's most sought-after enclaves, with one home even hitting the $657 million mark back in 2015. Maybe location really is everything. Number 1. Villa Aurora, Rome, Italy. $532 million. The most expensive home in the world is a real buy one, get one. Snag a priceless painting, receive a fixer-upper free. That's the story with Villa Aurora, anyway, which is priced at an eye-popping $532 million, not for its plethora of amenities or top-of-the-line appliances, but for its artworks. The approximately 30,000 square foot mansion is the site of the only Caravaggio ceiling fresco in existence. That alone is worth an estimated $350 million. The sixth-floor home contains numerous other valuable works, including rooms with frescoes Guercino and a statue in the driveway that's attributed to Michelangelo. The catch, of course, is that the 500-year-old villa is showing its age. The current owner, Princess Rita Boncompagni Ludovici, spent years restoring the place, but millions still need to be spent on renovating the old home. Who knows? While you're at it, you may even discover another priceless painting hidden somewhere in the walls.